We've discovered a series of tunnels underneath the ruined base. Now that we've cut off their escape routes, the ants have nowhere left to run to. Perform a sweep and clear of all the tunnels and find the cause of these abominations. Destroy anything that isn't human. The power to the tunnel lights has been knocked out, which will limit visibility. Find the generator controls and you can reactivate the lights. Guys, here we are for the last time. Can you believe it? We have done 160 levels in Command & Conquer Remastered now, and we are at the very end. One last level to go. It's one hell of a level. It is time to remove the ant threat. What I'm going to do here is send my flamethrowers first here, because they have a horrendous habit of incinerating all your forces.
Yes, sir.
So if I send them ahead of the game, or the rest of the group here, I don't need to worry so much about that, but I just want to inch them forwards, because otherwise that's going to happen.
Agreed.
You can see how the shroud is regrowing here with the generator lights out.
At once. Affirmative. At once. Very well.
Looking for some more ants. I can see one up ahead.
Affirmative. Very well.
Where did that ant go? I definitely saw one to the south.
Agreed.
Anybody gonna come closer?
Very well.
Perhaps not.
At once.
Okay, well let's move to the north a little bit then here.
Affirmative.
Got something up here.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Keep pressing to the north.
Very well.
Engage it.
At once.
And head to this control panel here, which will activate in the center of this room in just a second. There we go, Tesla coil.
Affirmative.
And that will draw in some ants and take care of them. That will help us. In the meantime, let's continue to bring our flamethrowers to the south while the rest of our team moves up to this bottleneck.
Very well. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Agreed. Yes, sir.
There's another ant.
At once. Agreed. Affirmative.
He was pretty passive, that one.
Affirmative. Very well. At once. Affirmative.
Okay, what I'm going to do now is have all my units regroup down here.
Reporting. Very well.
Everybody come down here, because you'll see there's a pair of crates down here. Now you might think that's a healing crate and a money crate, but they're not actually. This is the only level that has multiplayer exclusive. Well, I guess they're not exclusive in this if they're in this level. Crates. So that there I think is an armor upgrade, and the green one's a firepower upgrade, or vice versa. So I want to have everyone gathered around so the effect takes a hold on as many people as possible, and then run them in here. Firepower and armor. Okay, right, let's switch back to the flamethrowers here. They might last a little bit longer now.
Agreed.
You can't see it, but the Tesla coil still is active in the center room up here.
Agreed. At once.
The shroud in Remastered doesn't work quite the way it should. Most evident with the mobile gap generators, which have a terrible habit of just completely removing your ability to see. Overriding your own unit's vision. It's like the shroud generation happens after the game calculates what you can see.
At once. Affirmative. Very well.
Right, down here, another ant.
At once. Agreed.
And there we go, generator online, so now the shroud will no longer regrow. I can't believe these flamethrowers have lasted as long as they did. I mean, it's fine for me. It means we're going to be playing a bit slower because my main force isn't really taking part, but what are you going to do?
Agreed.
I'm going to Tesla coil up here somewhere.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Right, let's move on, flamethrowers.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Very well. Agreed.
Oh, I saw an ant.
At once.
Right, I'm actually going to rush him into this next room if I can.
At once. Agreed.
Because there's a gas, there's some explosive barrels. Oh, well, there's way too many.
Of course.
Get the flame. Okay.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
There we go. They're out of the way now, so I can move the rest of my team in. I want you two to be Team 2. Everybody else is going to be Team 1.
Ready and waiting. Reporting.
But you're all going to move in here. If you can get these explosive barrels, you can try and take out multiple at once.
Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Very well. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Okay. Oh no, too close. Okay.
At once. Yes, sir. At once. At once.
Right. Another firepower upgrade.
Affirmative.
Now you do need to make sure you destroy these kind of larvae here.
Affirmative.
Larvae.
Very well.
I don't think I missed any behind me. There is some in the first room, I believe. Watch out for the fire ant up here, I think.
At
team
once.
regroup. The fire ants are obviously because you're exclusively infantry. The biggest threat.
At once. Agreed.
Continue on here.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Very well. Agreed.
Got another one.
Affirmative.
Got another armor
Very well.
upgrade.
Affirmative.
Oh, hang on.
Affirmative.
Stop.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. At once.
Medics, can you come back, please?
Yes, sir.
This is
Very
getting
well.
too close
Of
there.
course. At once. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Agreed. At once.
Okay, our guys are
Very well.
significantly stronger than they were earlier.
Agreed. Affirmative.
Just gonna do a quick
Very well.
loop around behind us here. I don't think there's
Agreed.
anybody left in this room. I
Affirmative.
think the medics are fine with here.
Very well. Very well.
That's where we came in. Control
Agreed.
panel. I'm just checking for lava, really.
Affirmative. At once.
You don't want to get to the end of the level and then find you have to
Yes,
go
sir.
back through the whole thing.
Very well. At
Okay,
once.
back to the north now.
At once.
We're coming up on about the halfway
Very
point. Things
well.
are happening quicker now. I'm no longer sending
once.
those flamethrowers ahead first.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Agreed.
I didn't point out, but we actually have Stavros with us here.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Very well. At once. Agreed. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative. At once.
Okay, another firepower upgrade
Agreed.
here. I'm actually going to leave that one
Agreed.
where it is.
Affirmative.
You'll see why in just a
Very
moment.
well. Agreed. Very well. Of course. At once. Very well. Yes, sir. Agreed. Very well.
What I'm going to do here
At once.
is quickly sprint into this next room up to this
Affirmative.
control
Agreed.
panel here. Because we have a large group of warrior ants and fire ants coming in from both sides here.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
And if we can pull them into the gas,
Affirmative.
then I do not need to deal with either of them.
Reinforcements have arrived.
There we go. And
Very
as a
well.
result, we're going to get some reinforcements. So
Agreed.
this is why I left this crate behind me here, because I
Agreed.
can get these guys to pick it up as well.
Affirmative.
Run everybody back.
Awaiting orders.
Got some more flamethrowers here. They can be group 3.
Reporting.
Let my medics start healing people. Okay, I think everyone's close enough. Let's grab
At
this
Affirmative.
and head back.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Well, we will get one more
Affirmative.
reinforcement as we progress a little bit further down this tunnel here. I maybe should have got that first, but I think we would have triggered some more ants, so I'm happy to get it on the infantry, because the last thing, though it looks like he's going to help us a lot, actually don't do a great deal.
Agreed.
Right,
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Reinforcements have arrived.
here we go, let's pull
Reporting.
back. Let's get
Very
you guys in. Oh, we got an incoming warrior ant
Affirmative.
here. And here's our last
Waiting
reinforcement, this GDI mammoth thing.
Reporting. Waiting. Affirmative. At once.
Right, what I want to try and do here is get around to the north in this next room. Stop, 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 open fire.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Okay,
Agreed.
continue on up here. I want to get to these barrels here. If I can. I'm too spread out. Okay, thankfully with that firepower upgrade, the flames are doing a lot of damage.
Affirmative.
Okay, get to the barrel.
Very
I might
well.
just run for it now.
Affirmative.
Get it? And what that's going to do is fill this room slowly with gas here.
Affirmative.
Okay, I think he's going to be the last one left here. Oh, there he goes.
Agreed.
Let's move the rest of my team up.
Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Very well. Agreed. Affirmative. Agreed. Very well.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Let's
Of
get you
course.
guys to
Waiting
start
order. Of course.
taking out
Affirmative.
these
Very well. Yes, sir.
larvae here.
Of course. Yes, sir. Affirmative. At once. Yes, sir. Very well. Reporting. Very well. Ready and waiting. At once. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Agreed. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit armor
Very well.
upgraded.
Okay, here we go.
Affirmative.
Let's move down to the south here now. I expect this man thing to die if he's leading
Yes,
the
sir.
way.
Affirmative.
He does not have the armor and weapons upgrades that our infantry does. Believe it or not,
Yes, sir. Of
the infantry is
course.
probably better at this point. A little bit worried about Stavros. I don't want him to die.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
I can't recall. Oh, I lost a medic there. Oh, Jesus. Fire ant.
Unit lost.
Is Stavros still alive in there, or did I lose him? I cannot see. I think he was one of the
Reporting.
unfortunates
Yes,
who went
sir.
down at the front there. That's a shame.
Waiting order. Affirmative.
Okay, let's continue on. Oh no, there he is.
Affirmative.
You can see how one
Very
fire
well.
round can very quickly turn everything
Very
against you.
well.
Unit lost.
Very well. Yes, sir.
Unit
Hang on,
lost.
hang on. I just realised I got a blooming flamethrower in my midst.
Very well.
He's
Yes,
actually
sir.
Unit lost.
making things worse for us. So there he goes. Heal that red
Awaiting
health guy,
orders. Yes,
please.
sir. Moving out. Affirmative.
Hey,
Affirmative.
wrong guy.
Reporting. Very well. Yes, sir. At once.
Anybody left alive in here?
At once. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Agreed. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Very well. At once. Very
Right,
well.
another firepower
Affirmative.
upgrade.
Unit
Very well.
firepower
Agreed.
upgraded.
Affirmative. Agreed.
Whoa.
Affirmative.
You may have heard something charging down there. We're coming up on the final
Affirmative.
chamber, and we've got some incoming warrior ants. Deal with him.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Very well. At once.
Still got our rocket guys from that first fight, I think.
Agreed. At once.
In fact, looking at it, it looks like the only guys that survived, because I don't think I ever regrouped the
Agreed.
reinforcements were from that
Affirmative.
first.
Agreed.
Oh, no.
Very well. Of course.
Oh, bloody fire
Yes,
ants.
sir. Agreed. Affirmative.
Lost our medic.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Of course. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Here we go,
Yes,
final
sir.
chamber then.
At once. At
Take
once.
care of these.
Affirmative.
Right.
Affirmative.
Let's move up and then get ready to run in.
Waiting orders. Agreed. Very well. Agreed. Ready and waiting.
Here we go. Move, everybody.
Affirmative. Very well.
There she is, the Queen
Affirmative.
Ant.
Yes,
Bring her
sir.
down.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Yes. And she's dead.
Affirmative. At once. Very well. Yes, sir.
Right. Take
Yes,
care of
sir.
these.
Affirmative. Affirmative. At once. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Can I have you target this just because
Affirmative.
I'm worried about the health of my infantry?
Acknowledge.
Bring
Yes, sir.
down the
Affirmative.
surviving larvae. And then we're done.
Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
And I think that's it.
Mission
Can you believe it? It's over. 161 levels in Command & Conquer Remastered complete. And that's it, guys. We're finished. It's over. We have done every single level in Command & Conquer Remastered. God, what a journey it's been. I kind of hit a brick wall after about 120 levels and then kind of had to force myself through the final 2 expansions. I was completely burnt out then. But yeah, I mean, this game's a classic. There's so much fun to be had, and I actually really enjoy those ant missions a hell of a lot more than the dinosaur missions in the original Command & Conquer Tiberian Dawn. So a lot of you are probably wondering what's next then. I'm actually going to have another video go out pretty soon. I've got one more game that I've recorded and just need to upload, and then after which I'm going to upload kind of a quick channel update regarding more Command & Conquer in the channel, as well as kind of moving on to a different game as well. I have a couple of ideas, one involving the map maker, perhaps making a tutorial for it. The other idea that I had is to play through some of the community-made single-player levels and start not exactly reviewing them, but highlighting some of the better levels, bringing attention to the fantastic kind of creations that other people have made for this game. Anyway, if you've watched all 161 levels, thank you very much. I don't know why you would, especially when you've got levels like GDI 13A and B, which are identical. But I really appreciate all the views I've been getting over the last 2 months. It's been tremendous fun. I've enjoyed reading every comment, and I'm going to continue on. This will not be the end of Command & Conquer. Tiberian Sun is my favourite game in the whole franchise, so I will absolutely play it at some point. But like I said, I'm a little bit burnt out now. 160 levels is a lot. So I think I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap before I go back into the next installment. Thank you once again for watching, and I hope to see you around soon.